Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Release with Ease. I am your host, Edith Beekis, and this show was brought to you by Bold Brave TV. And in this episode, we're going to talk about mindfulness. I'm guessing that when you hear the word mindfulness, you think about sitting in silence, meditating, minding your own business. I don't know. There are so many things out there about mindfulness, right? I just wanted to dive deeper in this and really make sure that you understand what is mindfulness and how can you actually reach a level of mindfulness which benefits your whole reality, your whole life, right? We're gonna have a meditation as well at the 30 minutes after the 30 minutes break. So it's a powerful meditation which we're going to practice to manifest. So if you have some dreams and goals, what you want to achieve, then just keep in your mind because that's what we're gonna actually manifest with that meditation. And if you haven't watched my other episodes yet, then I will also help you with some details about this meditation because we're going to use the Samadhi meditation to tune into the subconscious mind. And then we're going to move on towards the pyramid manifestation part of the meditation when we are already in the subconscious, because then it's much more powerful to actually communicate with the superconscious and put your manifestation visualization out there. Okay, so that's what's gonna happen later. But let's talk about mindfulness. So mindfulness means that there is only three things you can control in life. And these three things is your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions. And might you are already saying like, okay, probably I can control my thoughts and my actions, but emotions, that's a pretty tough one, right? So that's why it's so important to understand how to do this. How is it actually possible? So when it's about the thoughts, is encouraging you to think positively. There are so many times when we have negative assumptions, we have fears, we have doubts, we thinking something scary, or we actually afraid that something is going to happen to us. So those kind of negative thinking is which is blocking us from mindfulness, basically, and then from happiness. Because when you are mindful and you are able to control these three things, you're going to make the best decisions and you're going to make your life much easier for yourself. But until you reach that point, you're going to be all over the place and making more mistakes, obviously, and creating more struggle for yourself. So let's talk about the thoughts. How can you actually make sure that you're thinking positive thoughts? We are bombarded in life with news, most of the time negative news, because that's one which brings more attention, right? And then the scary movies, horror movies, war movies, whatever it is. And then they are kind of reflecting back in your mind later on, flashbacks coming back in the dreams. So because of this outside influence, it's much more difficult for you to actually have positive thoughts. So what is the solution here? You need to kind of limit this impact to yourself. So if it's a goal for you to reach mindfulness and happiness, you need to set boundaries and understand that for your well-being, you need to limit the time you spend with news or horror movies or whatever is actually creating the negative assumptions in your brain. Why you are afraid of zombies? If you don't watch zombie movies, probably you wouldn't. But now maybe you fall asleep and then, oh, what if it's happening? Or something like that. So I am sure about that many of you out there wouldn't be afraid of certain things if you haven't watched it in a movie or in the news. And then you would have a much better sleep, a much better positive thinking, right? So this is one thing. First of all, to clear the space around you, make sure there is no negative information comes like which can flash back and create these fears and negative thoughts. The other thing is your own thoughts, right? Why would you have negative thoughts about yourself? It's because someone told you that, or because you compare yourself to other people, or you went through some traumas and you created this belief about you. So that can be some deeper things going on there, right? So you can start working on affirmations, like we talked about in a second episode about subconscious mind and how you can actually reframe the beliefs through subconscious reprogramming. So you can start telling yourself amazing things about you, basically. That's the first step, how you can boost your confidence and then start thinking positively about yourself and about your achieving your goals or whatever you want to achieve, basically. The other thing is to make sure that if it's something deeper and then it's related to your childhood, maybe it's some traumas, maybe people were bullying you or your parents were not kind or the teachers were not nice to you, but they felt like they need to criticize you and judge you that you can grow actually. So if that was the case, then might you need to do some deeper healing about that, going into the unconscious mind and releasing the buried traumas. We're going to do that actually in a couple of weeks' time. So stick with us because we're going to have a very deep healing episode as well. So, but now just for to help you out, that this could be also the case for your thinking. But then when we move from the thinking to the emotions, what's happening? So where are those emotions coming from? They are coming from your thinking, right? So it's connected, your thinking creating your emotions. So when you have negative thoughts, you start feeling negative, you start feeling scared, you start feeling sad, you start feeling angry, all kinds of emotions start coming up. So when you already able to control your thoughts, you're going to be so much better controlling your emotions. But then of course there are other emotions which is coming from outside. Some you feel like someone betraying you, someone causing you certain situations. So it can come, the emotional things can come also from triggers, when someone is triggering you and some situations are triggering you basically. Then again, the solution is to find the roots, why you got triggered, why that word or why that certain way how they treat you is actually causing you negative emotions, because these triggers not gonna stop until you don't release the core. And it is creating a pattern in your life. Might you realize that there are certain situations which returning to you and causing the similar reactions from you? Might it's happening every 2 months or every year, or maybe with every relationship you're getting into. So it's definitely a pattern, and it's gonna stay with us, with you, it stick with you until you release the root. So it's again going back to the shadow work, going back to the healing process. That's why so many people is like saying that I need healing, we need healing. Yes, definitely. When you are feeling reactions from your body, negative reactions, then basically it means that you need to heal something. Then you can be in peace and harmony. Then you are able to control your emotions. So what is happening as soon as you clear the root, then the trigger is going to stop as well. So there is going to be less work to do also about actually controlling your emotions. It's going to be a smooth ride, because the space is cleared, the runway is cleared. So then we're going into the action. So how you create your actions, why you take certain actions is again is inspired through your thinking, emotions, then you take actions. If you take actions from negative emotions, usually it doesn't turn out well, right? You might make mistakes. You probably going to maybe lose some relationships or lose a business or something, because you are actually creating decisions from your negative emotions, from anger, from disappointment, and you suddenly make a decision. So I always tell to my clients that before you make a decision, make sure you are not in negative emotions. You either neutral or in positive, and then you actually count till 10, or you sleep on it, or you do something that you're not making actually any from reactions from negative emotions, any decisions. You don't make a decision and you don't take actions on that. So let's say you're already controlling your thoughts, you have positive thoughts, your emotions are also on control, you have a smooth ride, and then you are there at your actions. So with your actions, how do you make sure you make the right decision or you take the right action? The action can come from, the inspiration to take an action can come from different ways, like, because it can come from your subconscious mind, because you are programmed. So you're taking the action through programming, like when you're washing your teeth, you're driving your car, so on and so forth. The action can come from ego, like like a fearful action, like, okay, I need to do this and that, otherwise this and this gonna happen to me. So it's like a fear based. And then there is another kind of action which is like an inspired action, which is like an encouraging one and the more positive way. Like, for example, you are inspired to take action and it feels good. It's like a passionate action to take that. So then that's what normally you're supposed to choose. And then you need to be always looking forward, like, what is the consequences of my actions? Am I going to hurt someone? Am I going to hurt myself? Like, am I sacrificing myself? Or what's going to be the consequences? So when you are in mindfulness, you know the consequences of your actions. And that's really powerful, because then you actually only taking good actions, which is, only bringing positive things into your life and into your surrounding, into others, in your family or friends. Okay. So that would be the goal. When you get to that point that you can see that your action is actually beneficial to everybody. And it's also saving you your health, your well-being, your life is going to be much more in control, because you're controlling these three things basically. And how to do this? Why is it so difficult for people to actually do this, right? They think, okay, if I just sit every day 5 minutes, I meditate in the morning, and I'm focusing on my breathing, then yeah, I am mindful. But what about the rest of the day? And why is it still happening, all the things what is happening to them? Is because, as I mentioned, because there is so many things in this equation, the healing what needs to be done, the circumstances what needs to be changed, what you are feeding yourself with, right? So what is going into your hardware, right? And so there is many things that you need to take care of before you can actually reach that level. And meditation is a good thing to start with, but what kind of meditation? There are so many meditations out there. When people say, oh, I'm meditating, what kind of meditation you are meditating? There's like thousands out there, right? So it's really important to understand that all of them has like different benefits, all of them has different results. So which one actually you're doing? So if you are a beginner and you're starting like, okay, I'm sitting in silent, I'm breathing, I'm focusing on my breathing, it's a really good starting point, because might you were not even able to sit still. Some people just love running around like a Duracell bunny, right? So it's already a good starting point to calm yourself down. But that's only the monkey mind, only the conscious mind you calm down, and that's it. But as soon as you got out of the meditation after 5 minutes, you continue wherever you were, and then nothing happened. So that was like you taking a 5 minutes break out of life, basically, right? But what we want to achieve is that your life to change, you to change. That's what we want. We don't want just a little break off from life and then go back to the way how it was, right? We want it to shift. We wanted to see that eventually we are in control, and then we are actually feeling good in it, being in control, and then we are not stressed and anxious and fighting against everything. So this is why I recommend the samadhi meditation, what we're going to do today as well. So you're going to see how it actually works. It's a very powerful meditation. We're getting into the subconscious mind. We transcend into the subconscious. And then I just love that feeling, because it's so effortless. When you sit still and you're trying to calm your monkey mind, and it seems impossible because there are thoughts still jumping in and out, and you hear the neighbor, and then another car is just passing by, is really difficult. But when you use the samadhi meditation and you activate the pineal gland and you transcend into the subconscious, it's just suddenly quiet. It's just insanely quiet. It feels so great. It's like when you go underwater. If you are a scuba diver, what does it mean? Like you are, or if you are swimming, then you know that when you are above the water, is how noisy it is. And then when you go underwater, it's just like silence. And it's the same thing when you do this meditation and you reach that point when you activate the pineal gland, you get into that state, is basically suddenly your thoughts just disappearing, and it's just so quiet and effortlessly. You've done nothing. You didn't need to force it. You just went through the steps, the breathing, whatever was guiding, and then you are just there. And then it's just a so great feeling. And it's not just you are there. It's not again taking a break. It's what is certain things starts to happen in your body. What's happening in your body is that you are in that brain wave and your brain starts to produce certain chemicals, hormones, right? And these chemicals and hormones are giving you an extra boost of oxytocin, melatonin, serotonin, growth hormone, which is already helping you to become a kinder person, taking better actions, right? Becoming more focused, so you can more be focused what you are actually thinking. And then it also makes you have better sleep, which is really great for everything, right? To have a better sleep. And the serotonin is actually also helping you with better mood, like having a more positive thinking again. So just practicing this meditation on a daily basis and having those boosts of hormones into your brain, that's already helping you to become more and more mindful, even without trying. Like, okay, you just do a 15 minutes meditation a day and watch how your life start to change day by day. And then you're going to realize that it's going to be like really easy to set boundaries. It's going to be easy to go through this process and reach mindfulness eventually. All right, we're going to come back soon after the commercial, and I'm going to tell you more about this and preparing for our manifestation meditation. And you are watching Release with Ease. I am your host, Edith Beekis. Hello, welcome back to Release with Ease. I am your host, Edith Beekis, and this show was brought to you by Bold Brave TV. And we are going to continue to explain how is this powerful meditation is going to work for your manifestation. So I love using this meditation for manifestation. It includes visualization. I'm not sure if you like visualization or not. Many people love using visualization to manifest. It was already before even it was in the mainstream and people started to do it. Athletes were already using it decades ago, right? So it was something very powerful that they were actually visualizing the end goal, what they want to achieve. So in this meditation, we're going to start with the Samadhi meditation. If you watch the first episode, you know how it goes, what are the steps, what we're going to do. Quickly, I'm just going to tell you again, because maybe you are a newbie who's watching this. So in Samadhi meditation, we're going to go first through the 7 chakras and then till the 8th chakra. So if you don't know where are the chakras in your body, the root chakra is at the tailbone, and then we have the sacral chakra at the lower body. The solar plexus is by the stomach, the heart chakra is by the chest, then here the throat chakra, third eye, and this is the crown chakra. And we're also going to activate the 8th chakra, which is like 6 to 8 inches above your head. That's your soul star chakra. And after activating those chakras, we're going to do a breathing, and then we activate the pineal gland, which is in the middle of your brain. It's a small P-shaped gland, and then it has the cerebellum next to it. So first we're going to bring the light into the cerebellum, and then from the cerebellum into the pineal gland. So that's how we're going to get into the subconscious. We're going to get into that lower brain waves. That's basically the process of the Samadhi meditation. And how we're going to do the manifestation. So the manifestation is actually with the pyramid, as I said. So we are going to, I'm just going to do a quick drawing about it. So basically, we're going to imagine that we have lotus flowers in front of us and behind us and to the left, to the right. So we're going to actually create like a lotus flower base, and then a 5th lotus flower. So basically, we're going to create a pyramid of lotus flowers. And then you're going to imagine yourself sitting in the middle. and we're going to create another pyramid to the bottom, also with a lotus flower. So you're going to actually sit in the middle of a pyramid complex. And then when we meditate, that's where you're gonna actually start imagining your visualization. I'm gonna guide you through that as well, that you actually need to use your 5 senses. It's really important that when you visualize, you actually feel it as you are there right now. To feeling in the visualization that you are there right now, you need to use your 5 senses. So you need to imagine how it smells, the environment, how is the touching, like whatever you manifest, like you touch things around you. Then obviously you see it, then you listen to something, what is happening. Like if you are on a beach, you can listen to the ocean or the birds, or if you are in a certain place, maybe music or whatever it is. Or if you want to manifest a new car, it's the noise of the car. So you need to play around with all the 5 senses, even with the taste. So if you are manifesting a new house, maybe you manifest as you are visualizing it that you tasting some food there, for example. So always put all of the 5 senses in use when you're doing the visualization process, because then it's much more powerful. Another thing, what we're going to do, that when we actually set our intention and then we do the visualization, we need to make sure that then we let it go. What does it mean, letting it go? That you don't think about it all day, and then you don't feel like, oh, where is it happening? When is it happening? When is it coming? Because that's actually creating blockages. It's creating resistance in the energies. So when you visualize something and you let it go, and then you go on your day with your everyday things, then it's more likely that it's gonna come to you. Because what's happening is, as soon as the universe knows this wish, it's gonna start inspiring you to take action towards this wish. So you're gonna be inspired, taking the daily actions, or maybe you're getting new ideas, or you're meeting with new people, because the universe is conspiring for you to make this wish happen. So if you're just going your daily things, and then you're taking in being open for new opportunities, being open for new people, and then you're just taking those daily actions, eventually you're gonna get to your manifestation, because you're not thinking about the when and how and why is it not here yet. Then you let it go, then it's much more powerfully gonna happen. I'm not saying it's happening in a week, I'm not saying it's happening in 2 months. For me, when I was manifesting bigger things, it usually took me a year, but in 1 year it was like hell, everything was there. I was like, wow. But for a whole year I let it go. I was just doing my things, and then suddenly it just happened, and it was very powerful. And then I realized that I really need to, like, kind of, my brain has to take a break from that complete wanting, and the needing of that thing, and then it's gonna come. So this is how it works. So whatever you want to manifest today, I highly recommend you just put it out there, and then don't think about it, because your daily actions and your whatever is coming into your life is gonna actually taking care of that thing. It's gonna taking care of that. It's gonna happen. And then just don't urge it. Just be patient. Patience is the best what you can do with yourself. And they always say that universe is never in the hurry. We are on the hurry, like the humans on the hurry, because we actually living by time, which is not even exist. The time is not linear. Everything is right now. It's already happened. Everything is already was created by the universe. It's just which timeline you step in. And it's easier to change a timeline, or easier to change into a other reality when you are not pushing it, but it's just it's happening that you overstep by just taking the actions what you're supposed to take. So that's why when you do this meditation, what is helps also is you getting inspirations, and then you actually opening up more your crown chakra, your third eye, to getting those inspirational thoughts, those ideas. You're gonna feel more synchronicities in your life. You're gonna feel like breadcrumbs from the universe is like coming to you, and you're just following those breadcrumbs, right? You're gonna feel an urge to move forward on certain direction, because you are opening up your chakras and the connection to to the divine. So that's why it's not just a visualization what we're gonna do. It's combined with the samadhi meditation. That's why it's like amplified and much more powerful, because you opening the floodgate, you opening that connection, and it's gonna be like showing the way, and you just need to follow it, and yeah, many people might start doubting it or have still some fear, because when your ego is coming into play, then it's like, is it really, do I really need to do this, or this is the way I supposed to go? So might you gonna feel that there is a fear there and a doubt. But if you are really encouraged, if you really think it's taking you where you want to be, then just follow those inspired thoughts, basically, because that's what's gonna happen after this meditation, that they're gonna just come. And then you just need to take risk, like, okay, you can mitigate risk, but then also take some risk, because without risk you don't gonna win big. If you're always in your comfort zone, you are not moving forward much and you're not growing. So you need to get out of your comfort zone and push some limits to get to where you want to be, because maybe your wish or your what you manifest is something big, and guess what, how are you going to get there? You need to be a completely different personality to get there, because that's how it works. You are a certain person, you have a certain surroundings, and whatever you do, whatever energy you have, and whatever you are capable of, but you want as one thing. And then to reach that or to get that, you need to grow, you need to change, and your circumstances has to change, and the people around you has to change. So how is going to happen if you're not getting out of your comfort zone, or if you don't take risk? It's not going to happen. So sooner or later you need to do those steps, and then this meditation helps you to actually become more fearless. It helps you to become more bold, as Bold Brave TV. So I just encouraging you to follow that inspired thoughts, and just take action about that. Okay, so I hope you understood how is the meditation gonna go. I'm also going to help you with the guidance, so it's not gonna be that difficult. And you can do this seated or laying down. If you lay down, make sure that your spine is straight. You're not using like big pillows and stuff. If you are driving, I encourage you to find a parking plot and do it there in your car, the meditation. And after the meditation, come out and walk around, in the fresh air before you continue driving, because you're gonna go deep, you're gonna go into certain lower brain waves, like a bit sleeping. So I don't want you to straight after meditation start driving, right? So you need to walk around a bit, wake yourself up before you actually go back to the wheels. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do, and I'm so happy for you that you're gonna actually experience this. This helped so many clients of mine to manifest their wishes and dreams, and getting a new job, getting a new partner, or manifesting a new house and stuff like that. So I'm so happy for you, and we're gonna start soon. And you are watching Release with Ease, and I am your host, Edith Beekis, and we are coming back after the commercial. Hello, welcome back to Release with Ease. I am your host, Edith Bekis, and we are going to continue with the meditation. So make sure you are seated straight, or you are laying down straight for this meditation. We are starting now. So close your eyes, relax your body, and breathe evenly. With every inhale, you inhale peace. With every exhale, you exhale toxins. Do this 4 to 5 times. Inhale peace, exhale toxins. Relax your jaw, relax your shoulders, relax your arms. Breathe evenly. Bring the energy from Mother Earth to your root chakra. Imagine that your root chakra is a flower bud, and the light strikes the flower bud, opening up the lotus flower of your root chakra cleaning all the petals. And the flower starts swirling with the part of your eternal soul molecule inside, which was carried from lifetime to lifetime, bearing all your past memories, achievements, and failures. Spin the chakra as fast as you can, clockwise, with the speed of light, so you don't see the chakra anymore, only a circle. Bring the energy to your sacral chakra now. The light strikes the flower bud, opening up the lotus flower of your sacral chakra, cleaning all the petals. And the flower starts swirling with the part of your eternal soul molecule inside. Spin the chakra as fast as you can, clockwise. Bring the energy to your solar plexus now. The light strikes the flower bud, opening up the lotus flower of your solar plexus, cleaning all the petals. And the flower starts swirling with the part of your eternal soul molecule inside. Spin the chakra as fast as you can, clockwise. Bring the energy to your heart chakra now. The light strikes the flower bud, opening up the lotus flower of your heart chakra, cleaning all the petals. And the flower starts swirling with the part of your eternal soul molecule inside. Spin the chakra as fast as you can, clockwise. Bring the energy to your throat chakra now. The light strikes the flower bud, opening up the lotus flower of your throat chakra, cleaning all the petals. And the flower starts swirling with the part of your eternal soul molecule inside. Spin the chakra as fast as you can, clockwise. Bring the energy to your third eye now. The light strikes the flower bud, opening up the lotus flower of your third eye, cleaning all the petals. And the flower starts swirling with the part of your eternal soul molecule inside. Spin the chakra as fast as you can, clockwise. Bring the energy to your crown chakra now. The light strikes the flower bud, opening up the lotus flower of your crown chakra, cleaning all the petals. And the flower starts swirling with the part of your eternal soul molecule inside. Spin the chakra as fast as you can, clockwise. And you feel that through your crown chakra you are connected to the divine, and through your root chakra to the Mother Earth. And between the two is the prana energy inside of you. Bring the energy to your 8th chakra now, which is 6 to 8 inches above your head, the chakra of your aura, soul star chakra. The light strikes the flower pot, opening up the lotus flower of your 8th chakra, cleaning all the petals. And the flower starts swirling with the part of your eternal soul molecule inside. Spin the chakra as fast as you can, clockwise. Now start to inhale from your root chakra towards your 8th chakra and exhale back to your root chakra by your spine. Inhale from your root chakra towards your 8th chakra and exhale back to your root chakra by your spine. Always focus on your 8th chakra. You will experience that your exhalation path is getting shorter and stops above your root chakra. This point is going to be your new inhalation point. And as you continue breathing, this point will move up on your spine and your breath is getting shorter and shorter until it stops for a while. Continue breathing towards your 8th chakra. Every noise besides my voice brings you deeper and deeper. Always focus on your 8th chakra. You can see that there is a ball of light on the 8th chakra. You can even rotate it around. Bring the light from this ball of light into your brain, into your body. See how it's dazzling, like a sun ray. Now bring the column of light 4 to 5 times into your brain and accumulate it at the cerebellum at the back of your brain. You can lift up your chin so the light has a straight path through your crown chakra. Now bring the light continually from the cerebellum into your pineal gland, which is a P-shaped gland in the middle of your brain. Bring the light continually, and you will experience the unity with the divine. Bring all the light, and you become one with the Supreme Pure Consciousness. Always one, never separate. Allow yourself to go deeper and deeper. Now I want you to imagine a lotus flower 1 meter in front of you, and the second lotus flower 1 meter behind you, a third lotus flower to your left, and the fourth lotus flower to your right. And the fifth lotus flower 1 meter from where you sit above you. When you connect these 5 lotus flowers, it creates a pyramid, and you are sitting in the middle of the pyramid. I want you to imagine a 6th lotus flower 1 meter under you. And connect it to the bottom 4 lotus flowers to create a second pyramid facing downwards. So now you are created a pyramid complex. I want you to start visualizing your dream, what you want to manifest. I want you to use your 5 senses in this visualization. Touch it, taste it, smell it, listen to it, and watch it as it comes alive. And I want you to feel the 3 highest vibrational emotions: joy, happiness, and bliss. And now I want you to take a picture of the happiest moment of this visualization and place this photo inside of the top pyramid. And now you can start a second visualization with a second wish. Again, make sure that you're using your 5 senses and you are experiencing your 3 highest vibrational emotions: bliss, happiness, and joy. Now I want you to take a picture of your favorite moment of this visualization and place the photo in the bottom pyramid. Now I want you to imagine that you're actually pulling off this pyramid complex from your body and you hold it with your two hands in front of you. And now you are lifting it up to the universe. You send it to the corner of the universe. You lift it up and you send it to the stars like a lantern. Imagine it. And you can say, I want it, I have it, so it is. Thank you. The good thing is that being in this state, you can create another pyramid and send it also with two other visualization or two other manifestation to another corner of the universe. Make sure you're sending it to a different direction when you do it next time, this meditation. And if you want to actually create several pyramids. Now I'm asking you to bring your awareness back into your third eye, and you can open your eyes if you feel so. You are watching Release with Ease. I am your host, Edith Bikis, and we are back in a couple of minutes. Welcome back to Release with Ease. I am your host, Edith Bikis, and I hope you enjoyed this meditation. And if you would like to do it more often, you can also find this on my YouTube channel, Magical Karma Priestess, with other meditations together. And this is just such a fun activity, right? I have to tell you a news which just happened recently. I just launched my school community. If you don't know what is school, is basically a platform for communities. And then I decided to bring my group coaching into school because I felt it's much easier for the group members and also for me to actually provide the classes and provide the meditation library and the courses there. And it's much more fun to communicate with each other and just enjoy being a community as well. So if you would love to join us and also see me more often on weekly classes and using actually my meditation library with karmic depth readings and ancestral healing meditations, just look for Release with Ease community on school and you can join us and learn something more. So we are wrapping up this episode, but we're coming back next week, like always, on Friday at 2 p.m. EST. And I'm looking forward to show you what else is there outside of this reality, because that's what is so many people struggling with, to understand that we have so many layers to take care of, and then we need to kind of elevate our consciousness to understand those layers and to work with those layers, to heal them, to clear them, to release them, because these layers also affecting our current reality. And that's why I'm here with you every week, to opening more layers, clearing more layers, and showing you that when you have questions, you're waking up in the morning like, what's happening to me? What's going on? That there are so many things going on. So there's nothing wrong with you, because there are so many things going on at the same time. So that's why we're feeling all of these layers at the same time, because time is not linear. Everything is happening now. Is like your childhood is happening now, your past lives are happening now. Everything is like just piling up, and that's why it's all affecting you basically. And as soon as you understand this, hopefully it won't drive you crazy, but it's just giving you a more sense and wisdom of like, okay, I just need to chill, and then I just need to allow certain things to happen, and then I just need to accept certain conditions sometimes, not always fighting against it. Many times when people feel like discouraged, negative, or feel like a loser or feeling lost, is because they believe that it's actually just what they can do about certain things. That's why it's happening to them. It's like that they are actually the center of their failure, or they are the ones who created this whole situation. But there are so many things in the equation which is affecting it. So just give yourself some credit, whatever you reached so far and wherever you are right now, because you are going through this game called life, and then it's just full of challenges, right? You just need to collect the points, count your blessings basically, and just being grateful for whatever you achieved already and whoever you are. And sometimes give yourself some time just to accept your conditions, and because you can grow from acceptance much easier than from a point of disappointment. Okay. And if you accept your situations, then you can find the solution from a much more peaceful energy than when you are fighting against something, and then you are in that rage or in that negative energy, when it's just you're just going down in the rabbit hole. Okay. So I am here every week, so tune into Release with Ease with me, because I'm going to help you to get out of that rabbit hole and open your eyes and help you to actually elevate your consciousness. So see you next time. You were watching Release with Ease, and I am your host, Edith Bekis, and this show was brought to you by Bold Brave TV. Bye bye.